Hi, this is Karin from Årabrot, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I use when we play live. So my main instruments here, most of all I play bass on this Moog subsequent 37, and there's a lot of sounds on here, but I mainly use one sound and try to refine that, because what we do, me and Kjetil, is that we kind of play bass together, because he plays baritone guitar and I play the synth bass with a Moog, so that you get the rhythm from the guitar but you get the sub from the synth bass. So it kind of, when it glues together, it kind of becomes a really big instrument, which is kind of our thing. The way I use the Moog is I often play together with Kjetil on the riff. We play different rhythmical things, but because you can never get quite the sub on a bass guitar that you can with synth bass, it kind of expands the bass sound. So we try to really make that into one unit. And this is my go-to sound whenever I start a new track. I always use this sound as a bass, and then I sort of twiddle the knobs from there. I've been using the Korg MS-20 as a bass sound for a very long time, so I'm not very used to using presets. Therefore, I like to create my own sounds. It's so versatile. On the more melodic thing, I play the mellotron mostly, and I change the sounds a little bit, but the main sounds that I use is the classic mellotron string sound. And the cool thing, I think, with the mellotron is also that you can mix a little bit. You can mix between, for example, a piano sound and a string sound, and use that together, so you get like the attack of the piano but the sound of the strings, which is really cool. You can mix between cello and violins, and in between the song you can change the sound very easily. So this is... the Korg MS-20, which is the synthesizer that I've been using for the longest time, and I used to play bass on this, but I think now when I play all the bass, when we don't use a bass guitar anymore, the Moog was better for that. So now this MS-20 is more like little synth lines and atmospheric sounds. It's great for noise, which is, for example, stuff like that. And when you also use a Blue Sky Strymon pedal with the MS-20, it creates a lot of beautiful overtones. This is Korg Volca sampler and a Korg Volca kick, and I use this just occasionally because we play with the drummer, but sometimes we need a little electronic moment that I just put in the if for example, like I run all of this stuff from a little clock here. So when we play, I can play everything then I can just very easily sync all my instruments up to that, which is really cool, I think. And I use 2 space echo pedals, one for the mellotron and one for the Moog, so I can just tap that into the tempo I want, and also I can sync that with the drummer, so I don't need to have anything running. We can just do a tempo and then I just kick in this and everything just works. The last thing in my rig is very much more organic. I love synthesizers because they are very much like a vocal. I'm a vocalist to start with, so the synthesizers I can really mold into all the different sounds that I want. So that's what I love about synthesizers. But together with the synth, I use this organ. It's a pump organ that we bought for £30 from some friend of my mom's. And it has a beautiful sound and it's great with the synthesizers as well.